Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time being with me, my name is Ruby Powell-Dennis, and I am running to be the next state senator representing the eastern part of Shelby County, which includes Cordova, Arlington, Lakeland, a little piece of Bartlett, where I am right now, Germantown, Collierville, and East Memphis, starting at the Poplar and Highland Corridor. And I'm just out here walking with Francie and other folks who believe that a human being should have the right to choice, right to access to health care, and that at the end of the day, you shouldn't be making policy about people's private business. Body autonomy is not something that we need folks who, quite frankly, don't share our values and our beliefs making policy decisions around. Um, I'm proud to be out here. Part of the reason I'm going live is because we were already stopped by the Bartlett police, and people feel as though, they can ask us if we have a permit. But when we talk about freedom of speech, this is it. It's getting out and being able to speak your voice, raise your voice about the issues you care about for the people who you care about. Because let me be very clear, there are people who want to be with us here today, but they can't be because they have to be at work. Because if they don't work, their bills don't get paid. There are people who want to be with us here today, but they might have childcare issues. People who might not be able to physically walk with us, but they are here and with us in spirit. They are going to be voting on the issues when early vote starts on October 19th. And at the end of the day, I want you to know that I ain't scared, so you shouldn't be either. Because, when the fall of Roe Wade happened, I was just shook. I was shook that my mother and my daughter had access, have the same rights, basically. My mother, who was born in 1944, and my daughter, who was born in 2016, are facing some of the same barriers to healthcare and access just because somebody thought that they know was best. And I'm here to disagree. And I'm just really proud to be walking with folks who also are willing to stand up for their own reasons for this issue. Sometimes we like to get caught up in being virtuous, virtue signaling, and might say I'm against or for an issue because we think it makes us look a certain way in our peers' eyes. But I want to tell you a different story. I walk with Planned Parenthood and I fight for reproductive justice because I know what it's like to be a mother laying on that table and you are just not sure if you're going to make it or not. And you need every available resource to make it. And I'm standing with women and birthing people who don't have access to health care, whose outcomes in life are not as good as others simply because of the body they were born in, the zip code they were born in, and that can't be. This is America, home of the free, home of the brave, and that means standing up to oppression in all of its forms, even when it is presented as being in your best interest. And so if you're not clear on Black maternal health rates, Google it. We live in a time where we have access to all the knowledge of humanity. So to be willfully ignorant about access to healthcare is a choice at this point, because there is someone in your community, in your network, who has had an abortion. They just haven't told you because they're afraid of how you might treat them, look at them, what you might believe about them. And it's all a lie. It's all a lie, because there are a lot of good people who need access to health care, and their reasons and rationale are nobody else's business but their doctor and whatever faith or higher power that they believe in. And so, I'm out here, I'm proud, but as you'll see on my live, it's a whole lot of police cars from Bartlett zooming by real fast. It's funny. When women and vulnerable people want justice, ain't nobody got time to slow down. But with people who have money, power, privilege, and guns want justice, everybody got time to help. All we asking for is keep that same energy. Keep that same energy, folks, and give us access to health care, give us livable wages, affordable housing, keep that same energy. Because that's why we're out here. That's why we're walking. That's why we're raising our voice. Because we too deserve dignity, respect, because we pay our taxes, we serve our communities, we volunteer, we work in our churches, raise our families, and send our kids to the same schools as everybody else. And so I just appreciate y'all. If you see us on social, like, love, and share. Francie is walking 538 miles across the state of Tennessee. Come on, y'all. Some of us don't walk that in a year in terms of exercise. So we can lift her up and lift up Planned Parenthood, because if the issue wasn't serious, we wouldn't be out here, because there's so much work to be done. And that's why we're putting the time and energy and the spotlight on this issue in particular, because we know when we all get access to healthcare and improved health outcomes, it benefits our communities. It gives us stronger, healthier, more vibrant communities. And that's something that is already paid for. It's already paid for. So there's no reason why we can't do it. So y'all stay safe, stay in the fight, and follow, Planned Parenthood of Tennessee and North Mississippi. Drop a donation for Francie because she's actually out here doing the work. Her team is surrounding her, and she's got champions like me walking with her. So thank y'all for y'all support. Keep fighting the good fight. And no matter what people say, we can do hard things. Y'all be safe.